This is Two Chicks Talkin Flicks, where we review movies. Love them or hate them, someone's got to do it. So enjoy the show. Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm April.
And this is Two Chicks Talkin Flicks.
And anything else that gets in the mix.
So,
yes,
we are bringing people, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the latest Scream movie, this is Scream 6, you may want to avoid this episode until you see it.
Yes, and it's a scream.
It's gonna be a scream. So, for the folks who never saw Scream 5,
4, 3,
any of the others,
1,
and you want to keep listening, here's a little backstory.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be one review.
No, I'm just gonna do last.
Okay.
So in Scream 5, we had two sisters, Sam and I just realized I can't remember her name.
Tara,
yes, Tara. And Sam is Billy Loomis's daughter. We find that out. He is the killer from the original Scream. And her and her sister's friends are all at a party. I mean, lots of other stuff happened, but 4 of them survived. They've all moved to New York because why wouldn't you go in a group? And they now have added 2 other people or 3 other people to their group. Mm-hmm. So we have Quinn, who is their roommate, and her dad is a New York City cop.
Yep.
We have Evan, who is randomly assigned in the roommate lottery with Chad. Mm-hmm. He's one of the survivors. And then we have, I don't remember her name. Anna Quinn?
No, it was some weird name.
Yeah, just something like that. And she is dating the other survivor, Chad's sister.
Don't forget the lover. The Latin lover.
Well, yeah, we have the neighbor, the hot neighbor, who's
The
always
cute
shirtless.
neighbor.
Yeah. And so, obviously people die. Mm-hmm. So unlike in all the other ones, and I kind of said this before it started, I was like, what if they actually don't do like a fake out on the first one and it's just them killing somebody and then immediately they killed somebody and then revealed who the killer was. I was like, what?
Yep.
Shocking. Mm-hmm. Shocking.
But they explained it all in the monologue.
Yes.
Of, what is it? The second gen sequels or whatever.
Yeah. And like, okay, so I liked how they did this. The very first scene we have, a professor and she's at a restaurant surrounded by people.
So dumb.
Waiting for like a Tinder date.
Yeah.
And he texts her and says like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at. Can I call you? And she's like, sure. And she gets on the phone and she brings up the fact that she's a professor of film studies talking about slasher movies. And of course he's like, well, what's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just moved here. Like, I don't know my way around. I think I'm on Hudson. What color is the restaurant? And she's like, oh, it's red. And he goes, I'm on Hudson. I don't see a red building. He's like, can you come outside and just double check? And she's like, yeah. And goes outside. Stupid.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, like I thought it's red. And he's like, oh, I just realized I'm in the alley. I'm across the street. Is there an alley nearby? And she's like, oh yeah, it is. And so
it's also Halloween weekend.
Yes. And she sees a figure move by and he's like, oh, what was that? That was weird. There's this guy, like he's like asked her to wave and she waves. And he's like, I didn't see you. I just see this guy and he's looking at me. Oh God, he's coming my way. And then she runs stupidly
to save him in her heels.
Yeah. And then the guy jumps out and stabs her a lot.
Yeah, that was a good kill.
It was aggressive.
very good kill.
I feel like in Scream 1 through 5, definitely 1 through 4, they would just stab you. And if you weren't quite dead, they might stab you again and then like turn it.
Yeah.
That was about it.
This movie definitely gave you psycho kills.
Yes.
Like bam, bam, bam.
Sheesh.
It was a good beginning.
Yeah. So that guy kills her.
So one little bit that I loved about that is that she was blonde and she was wearing a white dress, which
was yellow.
Huh?
It was yellow.
No, it wasn't. It was white.
It was a yellow dress.
It was white.
It was yellow.
It was white.
100%. Okay, actually, you know what? We're going to look it up right now.
Continuing, it reminded me of Drew Barrymore because she was wearing like that white shirt and she was running like, I'm being chased. I'm going to get murdered.
And like she had time to run away and she didn't.
Yeah, like, so she thought, okay, so she gets to the middle of the alley and then she looks down like another crevice, an alley in an alley, right? And she sees like a shadow there. And then somebody screams because it's Halloween. There's kids, you know. And so she turns and looks at the street because it's a pretty wide open alley.
Yellow.
That's the picture. It's a white dress.
It's a yellow dress.
It's a white dress. It was a very dark and stormy night. Okay. It just looks off. It is a white dress.
Yellow dress.
Let me see. These iPhones and their coloring.
Oh, shut up.
No, it's the lighting.
It is a yellow dress.
The lighting. It is at nighttime. Street lights are yellow. It's a white dress that's absorbing.
It is La La Land yellow.
It is.
And if anybody's seen La La Land
dress at nighttime that is absorbing the yellow light.
Okay, smart guy. It matches the same as the numbers up top. What color are those numbers?
That is different, Sarah.
It's yellow.
It is not. Okay. It looks yellow in the images that you are showing me, but the dress was white.
The whole entire time I saw a yellow dress. So.
I saw a white dress.
Here we go. Perfect. Bam! Yellow dress.
Let me look at this.
It is brightly colored. It is a yellow dress.
They should have put her in a white dress.
Oh, vindication. Feels great.
This is a horrible yellow. Okay. It looked better the way I was interpreting it.
But I will say, I agree with you. It was very reminiscent of, and actually
it doesn't work anymore, Sarah. It doesn't work.
It is kind of Tatum-y too. Like,
I don't like it.
Well, you know, you had a theory. I'm going with your theory.
No, you're not. You've ruined my theory like you ruin everything else by looking up facts. How dare you?
I looked it up because you were insistent.
It was a white dress that was absorbing the yellow light.
We have now confirmed it was a yellow dress.
Who was this costume director? I am going to write them
what
a
color
letter.
Is the dress? Brown or blue?
I am going to write a very strongly worded letter.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure. I just really liked how I was so shocked when the guy took off his mask and we could see the killer.
And I was like, who the hell is that?
Yeah. And then he changed his clothes and I was like, what? They're
super easy.
Things. They're learning too much. And then he just blended in the crowd and then was super nice guy.
And then he goes back to his little apartment because it wasn't really a dorm.
No, it was an apartment.
And he puts his bloody mask into his
secret closet.
Yeah, secret closet that already has a mask inside it on a mannequin. And I'm like, dude, that has blood on it. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. But he scrubbed his hands. Like, what sense does that make?
I don't know. But anyways, so then his little buddy calls him.
Yeah.
Right? And then he does the voice, even though they promised they wouldn't do the voice with each other.
Yeah, because apparently they are psychopaths that wanted to seek revenge, on the professor that gave the one kid a bad grade.
That was his vengeance.
And B, they wanted to finish out what Richie from the last movie.
Mm-hmm. His movie.
Yeah.
Yep. And so then they play a little cat and mouse game. Like, I told you I'm here. Come find me. And then he's like, hot, burning hot.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, he shouldn't be in the fridge, because I remember from Punky Brewster that you don't go inside the fridge.
No, you don't.
And then there was kind of like a cupboard next to it. And I was like, well, maybe he's in that pantry, you know? Mm-hmm. And then when he opens the fridge, there's a bloody body inside.
Yeah.
It's Greg. He's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets killed. And I'm like, ooh, okay, maybe it's like, you know how you have like these groups, you know, that organize stuff. And like, first thing I thought of was The Dark Knight and Joker, the beginning scene where they all start killing each other. And then the dude is like, let me guess, you're supposed to kill me next?
Yeah.
The Joker's like, no, I'm supposed to kill the driver. And then he shoots him. I was like, oh my gosh, what if all of these Ghostface like decided they were going to go on a killing spree on Halloween, and then secretly they're all going to kill each other.
Yeah.
That's where I thought this was going. Cause then I was like, oh wow, that would be an awesome story. Like it's kind of like V for Vendetta. It's everyone, you know, and you don't really know who like was the mastermind. Yeah, that is not where they went with this.
I thought like exactly what they did is what I thought it was, is that these people are trying to do it, but I thought it was going to be someone from the past coming and killing the people who are trying to recreate what happened.
Be like, bitch, you got to be OG.
And like, okay. Do we want to say what happened and then we could just talk about the movie?
I think so.
Okay.
Because I feel like we're going to be bouncing around.
Yeah. So just speed you up all the way to the end of the movie. So we have our core four with their roommate, Quinn, has died, supposedly. And then we have Ethan. We have the cop. And then we have Kirby's back, who was in the fourth movie. She's now an FBI agent. Mm-hmm. And then we have the core four. Mm-hmm. And then plus the hot neighbor.
Yeah.
Who has told Sam repeatedly, don't trust anybody, don't even trust me.
Yep.
So based on that theory, she says, do not come with us because I don't trust you.
And he's like, that's fair.
And so he's not there. So, but before that, they all are headed to this creepy ass place that is a shrine.
I love it.
To all the movies.
Beautiful.
And
done.
They get split up, obviously.
They're stupid.
Yeah, so stupid. Like, why didn't you just wait on the platform for everybody? Like, get to the platform first and then get on the next train. Like, that was dumb. Yeah. But anyways, so they get split up and it's four of them, and then they leave the sister with Ethan. And so they're taking the next train. And the whole time it's Halloween, and you see all these ghost face, and you don't know which creep or which group is going to get attacked.
Yep.
Well, obviously it was the sister because she was by herself.
And she should have kept what's his face next to her.
Right.
Like that's what
she didn't trust him.
And that's fine. But like you could sit across from me. So I've got eyes on you at all times.
And so, and she could see him for a long time until she got creeped out and she kept moving. And she gets stabbed and he is there. And
save her.
Yeah. And we see that he's didn't do it, obviously. And so she's at the hospital. Well, Kirby meets the other group at the place, and they all go inside. Hot neighbor leaves, and then as they're like going around, Kirby tells them, hey, I've always scoped this place out. Like, this is the only way in and out, and I'm going to keep my gun. Nobody else has anything.
Lockbox.
And so while they're like touring this place, they all spread out because that's stupid. Sam gets a call saying, hey, from the cop saying, hey, Kirby is no longer in the FBI. She's a psycho person. Get out of there. And obviously they can't. And 3 Ghostface show up and start killing or, you know, slicing and dicing.
Yep.
And we find out it's Ethan, Quinn, and the cop.
They are all related to, what was his name?
I think it was Richie.
Richie, yeah.
And that's their brother and the cop's son. And they're out for revenge. And
apparently he was the favorite son. I did see the other son made a look when he said that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I helped him build this shrine, you know, because they had mentioned earlier, it's like, isn't this police evidence? And they're like, oh, well, you know, cops always try to make money. Yep. And then it's like, well, he's a cop. Of course he would have, you know, the connections. Yeah. That shrine was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
It was in an old theater with all their stab posters on the walls.
I loved it. It reminded me so much of like Batman's lair.
Oh, yeah.
Like when he has all of the costumes. I was like, oh, and then of course the centerpiece was Billy's, and he still had the knife, the bloody knife. Now, even if they did not clean that knife, that blood should have been dried up and brown, but you know, okay, fine.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
It was so awesome.
So, with all that being said, basically all of them die. They save Kirby. The Chad is still alive miraculously somehow. That's a second movie where he should be dead and he has survived.
Core 4.
Yeah, Core 4. And his sister is still alive even though she got stabbed. There's something with the two of them twins.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that.
The force is strong with them.
They really are. And then Sam and Tara both survive.
Yes.
And so...
Can we talk theories already?
Well, okay. So what I wanted to say is...
like, I already want to get to, like, my expectations for the future.
So I thought... Like, okay, I like how they had it, that it was Richie's family, though I thought it was Quinn, the dad, and the brother. I didn't know how they were related, but I kind of felt that same way about all 3 of them. So I wasn't surprised when it was them. But I was really hoping, as much as I loved it, I want to say this right now. I loved this. It kept me surprised. Like my whole body was vibrating the whole time I was watching this movie. But I'm a little disappointed because I heard that Matthew Lillard his character was still alive and that he might be in this movie because we never see Stu actually dead in the first one. He gets hit by the TV, but we never actually see that he's dead. And so I was like, oh man, maybe Billy will be back and he's the one doing all this because Billy's dad ruined his life. Or Sam's dad, Billy, ruined his life. And I thought he was taking out revenge on all of them. And I thought that was a better reason than how they had it. But if you're going by this theory or by... each movie, last movie, number 5, was very similar to the first one. This one is very similar to the second one. So the third one, is there going to be just one killer? And if that's the case, what if it is another secret sibling? Who has secret siblings?
No. Here's where I hope the franchise goes.
Okay.
I hope there is one more movie just to close off this trilogy.
Okay.
That would make movie 7. And here's what I think. At the end, Tara, she needs to die so that Sam will finally snap and become the ghost face. And then we could have a new trilogy, 8, 9, and 10 to finish off a 10 movie series.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. And then you can have Stu. Stu can come in on movie number 10 and be like, bitch, I started this. I'm going to fucking end it. And then he can kill Samantha.
Well, if you think about it, so Cotton Weary's still alive, right? Presumably. He's from the first movie. We have maybe Stu from the first movie. Then we have all the rest of them are dead. And then we have the girl, Emma Roberts' character from the 4th movie. She's still alive. She's just in jail.
Better idea. Okay. So Samantha in her trilogy, right? Her Ghostface trilogy, she goes after Sydney because she's like, this is all your fault. You've ruined my life, right? And then like maybe Stu shows up and saves her, but he just saves her because it should be his kill. They all just die on 10.
See, that's what I thought was happening at the beginning of this one.
No, we've got 4 movies, Sarah. We've got 4 movies in which to finally kill everyone. Okay, you know me. I want everyone to just die.
You were really gunning for her to be crazy.
Yes, like just embrace it. Okay, embrace it. I kept thinking of Saw. Remember the girl that survived it?
Yes.
And then she went evil. Like, yes.
No, yes. I think if anybody's going to go crazy, it's going to be Tara.
But she's not an actual daughter of Billy.
Is she?
I want it to be Samantha. She's already schizophrenic.
They probably like saved his sperm and somehow she's...
I want Samantha to be the psycho killer.
Well, sometimes you can't get what you want.
I can get what I want in fan fiction.
That's true.
I will write my own story.
Okay, so first you'll write a letter about the dress.
Yes.
And then you're going to write a letter about...
I'm going to write 100,000 word, fan fiction. I'm going to do the next 4 movies for you, okay? And how I want this to go. It's going to be a thriller.
So... Neve Campbell was not in this movie.
Because she needs to die in number 10?
Well, yeah, so they kept her alive. She's safe. Then we have Gail.
Dude, okay. When they were doing the monologue and they were like, fight scenes are going to be longer. And when Gail was like, her little scene, dude, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going on for a while. I was like, you go, girl.
Yeah.
Like, she did good. She had a fucking gun. She couldn't remember the safe number, even though it's just 4 fucking buttons and you just have to remember the pattern, but whatever. Right. Okay. She should have put the phone down and then shot so she could have 2 hands. But I do like how she called him and she's like, hold, please.
Yeah. He's like, wait, what?
That was smart.
You know why?
Why?
Because if it wasn't the dad and it was the boy or the girl, they don't understand what that means. They don't get it. They don't know about redial. They're too young. Too young and dumb. And we know it's not the dad because he was with them when it happened. But like...
Not necessarily. Like, when she said, hold, please, that doesn't mean he knows what anticipating what she was going to do, like redial. You know, like if I'm giving you my crazy psycho killer monologue and you're like, hold please. And I'll be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You know, my first reaction is it going to be like, this bitch is going to call me. Like, what the, are you putting me on hold? This is my like evil, like reveal my plan speech. And you put me on hold.
My thing is why didn't she just have her man call 911 right then? Why did he leave the room?
And why do people keep turning their back around?
Yeah. You
find
against a wall.
Yes.
Stupid.
Find a safe corner or something.
Always stay hidden. If they don't see you, you stay hidden.
And then I remember when she was running through her apartment, she ran onto the balcony.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would you run into the balcony?
Well, because she was trying to get to the other room.
Yeah, but my first thing is like, bitch, he will fling you over this balcony. Okay. I mean, I guess we already had one death by falling, so we can't have two in one movie. But yeah.
But I'm glad the old lady made it so far. But my question is, what, Gail?
Gail.
My question is, how did the twin know who the killers were?
She watches too many movies, process of elimination. Dude, I don't know. Look at us coming up with all these crazy theories.
Well, I know, but she knew that Quinn was still alive. How'd she know that?
Because they never saw the body.
She saw the body. She was in the room with it.
Oh, yeah.
So how did she came from the hospital? How did she know?
I don't know.
Well, that's why I'm saying.
Maybe she's just like, oh my God, I knew it. You know, sometimes you just get this feeling.
True.
So maybe she just like, you know what? Something just doesn't feel right.
Just something with those two twins. They just grazed her in the arm, but stabbed her girlfriend in the stomach.
And she got stabbed in the stomach too.
Well, the second time, but the first time, they just like cut her arm where she wasn't going to bleed out and then stabbed her girlfriend and like really gutted her.
Yeah.
Like
core 4. I'm just going to keep saying that. They want to save the juicy deaths for last.
And, you know, they barely stabbed. They stabbed him, but obviously not enough. He was perfectly fine. Well,
maybe they have really deep organs.
Maybe.
or
super twins.
Oh, you know how they're twins? Mm-hmm. Sometimes twins, their organs are flipped to the other side.
Oh, there's that.
So you may think you're hitting like a major organ, but you're really hitting like the liver or something.
Maybe. Mm-hmm. But like, geez, I was sitting there and I was like, wait, how did she know? She just got there.
She just wasn't vibing.
I don't know. Something with those two twins.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, if they're the killers in the next one. But I will say they upped their game, the killers.
The guns?
Yeah, now they have guns.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Like that scene in the convenience store.
They'll just kill people in broad daylight in front of other people.
Oh my gosh, they killed so many people in the daylight. Like the psychiatrist.
Yeah. Okay, but usually they do it where it's secluded in the daylight. Mm-hmm. They did the convenience store with people right there. Everybody saw it.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Oh, man, that was crazy.
Yep. I that was pretty sweet. And I love how they did like the little Jurassic Park scene.
Yeah.
We're like, what aisle are they in?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there was only 2 to choose from.
Yep. But it was the suspense. Like, you know, I'm sure the killer would be like, I've got them. They can't get away.
Yeah.
Let me just play a little game with them, really build it up, really get their blood flowing so that when I shoot them, all the blood will gush out of their bodies.
I'm a little creeped out by you right now.
What? I mean, it's a fact. Okay?
Mindy, That's her
it's
name.
it's a fact, okay? Like if your adrenaline is pumping, right, and you get shot or wounded, your heart is like pumping really, really hard. So that means your body is gonna like shoot out blood faster.
Yeah.
So like, what's so weird about that? It's a fact.
So Chad and Mindy is the sister.
Yes,
I don't know why her name eluded me. I like that because they're cousins or nieces. They're niece and nephew of Randy.
Yeah, Randy.
And if you remember from the first 2 movies, Randy was in it. And he's the one that basically
made the rules.
Yeah, did the rules. And so now Mindy has taken over that. And she was talking about a requel. And they were like, what's a requel? And she goes and explains what all of this stuff means.
Yep. And how there are no more rules.
No.
Legacy characters are up for the kill.
Yep. And she basically said if they killed people in the dark, then they'll kill them in the light. And if they do this, they'll probably do the opposite, which is basically what they did.
Yeah.
Which was great.
It was awesome. This movie, like, I enjoyed the last movie, but this movie is like so much better.
I feel like I was more surprised in the last one than I was in this one. But I really liked this movie. That makes sense.
I feel like the last movie felt still small town.
Yeah.
Contained.
Well, that's because this one's in New York City, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, it's the big leagues now. Like it's kind of like, you know, you hear about all these murders happening in this small town. Yeah. And guess what? Now it's happening in your neck of the woods.
So my question is, where's the next one going to be? Because if it follows the pattern of the originals, this one, so, okay, we had Woodsboro, then we had college, and then we had LA. So would this one be in like
Miami?
Yeah, something like
welcome to Miami.
You know, I just don't know.
I don't know. I'm thinking of the future conclusion of this franchise. I have it ending at 10 and it is going to be glorious. Like, I feel that this team has really thought it through on what their vision is.
Yeah.
Not like stupid Star Wars where every director kind of just decided, I'm going to make this movie and I'm just going to throw into the trash everything that you built up in the last one. You know?
So do you think that they have enough juice to do more?
If they do it my way, yes. Okay? Because you still want Stu.
Yeah.
And Sydney has to die. She cannot live forever.
Well, they have to kill Emma Roberts' character too, somehow. Okay. What if somehow Stu is in jail and Emma Roberts is in jail and they meet somehow? I know guys and girls' jails are separated, but what if she becomes a man? I don't know. How can they meet? That's my thing.
Here's my thing.
Maybe he comes to visit her when he gets out.
There is no way in hell Stu can get out of jail without it hitting every single newspaper.
Yeah.
So I feel like the next movie, he should get out of jail. And then, you know, they accuse him of being the killer. And he's like, dude, I'm just trying to live my life peacefully and blah, blah, blah. You know, and then you don't see him for like 2 movies. And then he shows up in 10. You know.
I thought he was in the last one.
Oh my gosh. When Stewie died and the killer was like, it's been an honor.
Yeah.
I felt that should have been Stu.
I thought it was Stu.
I really wish they had not shown who that killer was and then just kind of left it like Stu could have maybe like got out, escaped, like saved. I really wish. Like, it
couldn't have been the girl. There's no way it was the girl.
I know.
We know it wasn't Richie because he was with them. There is absolutely no way it was the girl because she's like 5'1".
I wish they had just shown like the pant. Like she could have taken off her mask, but show it from the back so that we, the audience, did not see who that killer was. I was so upset. Like she's a nobody and she got to kill Dewey. I was just so disappointed.
Yeah.
So fucking disappointed. You might as well just let him die from like infection.
Yeah.
A sepsis infection or something.
Yeah, because it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like there was no reason.
Yeah. It was just, I'm very, very mad at that death to this day. It's been an honor.
Yeah.
Or pleasure or something, right?
Yeah.
Something to that effect. It just, you were not worthy of killing Dewey.
No. Mm-mm. And so
that's why when Sydney dies, it has to be by Stu.
Yeah, it has to.
It has to be.
Or
Samantha and her psycho face?
No.
Gail.
Yeah. Like that's the only person who could kill her that would make sense. Unless it's her niece.
Fuck the niece. We're doing...
She's still alive though.
Oh geez. Okay, so Gail is now...
Or Cotton Weary.
Okay, so how would Gail kill her? She's lost Dewey, but she hasn't gone crazy yet.
No.
You know, she's already survived being murdered like how many times, you know?
Yeah.
Like what's going to break her?
I don't know.
Like, I don't feel like she's the kind of person to be like, it's never going to end, you know? Because we have a new crew, you know? Because really, people aren't really fucking with Sydney at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, they're letting her live her life. These little ghost face are obsessed with Samantha, you know?
Did her boyfriend die in the second one? Did Jerry O'Connell die?
I don't know.
I have to go back and look at that. I can't remember.
We need to make a list of everyone we need to bring for the finale.
I mean, we're running out of people. But Cotton Weary's still alive. And maybe Stu. We don't know about Stu.
Oh my gosh. What if okay, so Sydney is dead. And now it's just Samantha and Stu. And now they're fighting it out to see who's the crazier bitch.
You know, the only way it could end is if people think Sydney died. So she doesn't have to die.
But I want her to die.
But if she pretended she was
No,
dead.
she needs to die. Okay, this is all her fault.
Or what if she just fakes her death and then she kills everybody? What a twist.
Listen, Samantha is already there going crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's very like she's gonna snap. She's gonna go crazy. She's gonna go on a killing spree. You know, maybe
I don't think it'll be her. I think it'll be her sister.
Maybe Stu takes her into her wing like Saw did. And they become lovers. And then she gives birth to a child. And then her daughter, her sister Tara, can raise the next demon spawn.
No.
You're right. But I need them all to just die.
No.
Yes.
Because then the movies can't go on.
4 more movies? Okay. Weren't you complaining about too many Fast and Furious movies?
Yeah, but those suck.
I feel that we can get 4 more movies out of Scream. It needs to end at 10. Okay? I need my grand finale.
I don't know. Well, I was going to say something and I can't think of it now.
Oh my God.
What?
What if somehow they all like get kidnapped, knocked unconscious, and then they're all dressed in the Scarface mask, right? But they're like mouths are bound so they can't talk, and like there's a knife like duct taped to their hand, and then they're like running around like, oh my God, you know, they're all scaring each other. That would be funny.
I was going to say on the same like kind of thing that you were just saying, what if they all were confined to like, I don't know, they all get a thing to like some kind of inn or something, right? And they're there.
Like the final Hunger Game.
And all of them have something in their room, kind of like Clue, where they all get like a gift. But the gift is a used murder weapon that was already done. And it's like blackmailing them. And they all think that they are the killer or whatever. And then people start dying. But it's not them.
We are putting so much thought into this.
Yeah.
I'm going to be so upset if like the next movie, it's just another set of copycats.
That's why it has to be someone we know. Though the third one in the original wasn't someone we knew. It was a new person.
Yeah.
And it was a solo person. This time there was 3. And we did say, I wonder if next time there'll be 3. And there was.
I expect so much from these next few movies.
Yeah, and
because there's going to be more than one.
Well, in the next one, or at least at the end of this movie, it showed like a quick flash of Ghostface with a machine gun or something. It was just a gun of some sort. Gun. He was like,
yeah.
And it was just real quick. So we know that's the official sign that there is going to be another one, at least. So, I don't know. Core 4 is still there.
Yep. I don't care for Tara, the sister. She's stupid.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of like her.
And in this movie, I could not stop seeing Wednesday.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. So for me, I feel like all I see is Wednesday. And you know what? I didn't even see that Netflix show.
Yeah, me neither.
You know, but there's just so much of it all around.
All around.
Yeah. But that's all I could see is just Wednesday.
Yeah. She doesn't bother me. I like her character.
It's just so fucking annoying. Like she tries to go upstairs with that guy and I'm like, I didn't even think about like the douchiness trying to take advantage of you. I'm still thinking murderer.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what I would be thinking all the time. Like, is this person going to kill me?
Right.
Murderer. Killer. You know?
And my question is, so they said they took an anonymous ad. How did they know it was them? Were they following them?
First of all, he's a doctor. He's a cop, right? And I'm sure they took over the obsession, right? So they probably found out that they're going to be moving into the city because she got accepted to this school. And even though it's anonymous, like you're still paying for this service, you know? So you still have to pay for this with a credit card or debit card.
Like, would you just change your name at this point and move to somewhere and not tell people? Like, wouldn't you do that? Because I would do that.
Yeah.
Just go be like, can you put me in the witness protection program at this point? And just like, Put me somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, they probably wouldn't put you on the witness protection program, but they are not living low key at all. They think they could just, and I understand they want to live their life and be who they are, but you can't.
No, it didn't work for Sydney. She tried to do that.
Yeah.
She tried to live by herself out in the middle of nowhere, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Don't
you need
live
to live
by
where
yourself.
there's people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But living with roommates, they try to kill you too. So
Yeah.
just, all right. It's time.
Yeah.
We need to rate this movie.
Okay.
So what do you rate it?
I will rate this an 8 out of 10. Why didn't Samantha keep the mask? Like, I'm ready for you to like be there already. I know where your character is going. So you just need to hurry up and get the fuck there. Okay.
Yeah, I'll rate it an 8 out of 10. How did Mindy know?
Yes. Questions.
So many questions. We have a lot of answers. We have a lot of questions.
Yes.
So, all right, guys. Well, you can find us on all of our socials at Two Chicks Talkin Flicks, or at least the ones that matter. And please go subscribe to our podcast. You can donate some monies so we can go and bring you more new movies because, let's face it, theater prices are expensive and April gots to have popcorn.
Hell yeah.
So if you want to keep hearing new movie reviews, bring us that cheddar.
Yes, indeedy.
I don't think I've ever said that when it didn't mean cheese until now. So, all right, guys. Well, until next time.
Toodles.
Bye. This episode was produced by Two Chicks Talkin Flicks. Music was produced by Michael Girvani. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe. If you'd like to be a part of the show, have a movie suggestion, or just want to give us some love, you can email us at twochickstalkinflicks@gmail.com. Thanks, guys. Toodles.